am I so fat? No wonder nobody follows me on Instagram. These words may look lucid and harmless, but in reality, it exemplifies the atrocious society that we currently inhabit. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but people often end up creating unrealistic ideals for themselves based on what they see on social media. When they fall short of those expectations, it becomes a source of anguish among web surfers. Plastic surgeries, liposuction, and rhinoplasty have been booming over the past decade. If beauty is really in the eye of the beholder, why are women and girls shelling out their money to make themselves look like the best version of themselves? Why is there a plastic surgery Zoom boom amidst the pandemic when everyone is working from the comfort of home and saying no to hang out does not add a layer of stress and guilt? Before I further ado my speech, very good morning to the honorable judges, precise timekeeper, teachers, and audiences. Standing here today, I will be talking about the complicated truth about social media and body image. So, what does body image actually mean? Body image refers to how an individual sees their own body and how attractive they feel themselves to be. Concerns about one's appearance are widespread. These words frequently center around body size, shape, weight, complexion, hair, or other physical characteristics. But what we see in the mirror is not the only source of our body image. A variety of assumptions, perceptions, and external factors like social media also play a role. Whether we want to believe it or not, we are more likely than before to be influenced by and experience body shame due to the incessant exposure to particular body types on social media. It is not wondrous for us to stumble on burgeoning genre of online photograph unequivocally intended to inspire us to crunch through another weight training rep, run an extra mile, or resist the extra cheese for our cheesy wages. Social media is filled with influencers presenting themselves in the best light, which makes it difficult for everyone to avoid images and feeds that might make you feel negatively about your body. Try typing inspiration into any search engine and you will be inundated by pictures of ostentatious displays of figure. Mostly women with toned arms, sleek legs, and rock hard abs. Professional models and fitness coaches upload compendiums of selfies to flaunt the fruits of their fitness labor. For generations, beauty required a buxom lady with a slender build and a narrow waist. The jawline have to be defined, the nose angular, the lips full, and the eyes must be big and bright. Symmetry desired, youthfulness went without saying. These were the standards from the past when beauty was commercialized. Diverging too much from the standards makes you less perfect, valuable, and appealing. While we are mindlessly scrolling through such contents, we are actually unconsciously absorbing those information and applying them to our own judgment. Before we know it, the flawless bodies have become the standard by which we judge everyone else. Within this idealistic fantasy world, something is obviously wrong. On social media, tens of thousands of well-known individuals and models post about their exercise regimens, diets, and other lifestyle choices that influence how they look. This sector of the economy has only one issue. Everything is fake. Unrealistic standards and false representation have and will send menacing messages to millions of web surfers, prompting them to buy ineffectual supplements, working out excessively, as well as eating diet and drinking detox teas that do nothing but deteriorate their health. More often than not, Glamorous artists and models obtain their look through a combination of plastic surgery, gym, and of course, a generous amount of retouching. Models and artists look stunning to promote merchandise. This generates an unrealistic beauty standard for commoners who believe that those products are their tickets to a perfect body. Other than merchandise which do not seem to work on commoners, social media constantly rife with bizarre amusement, and it is only fair to claim that it is the worst place you could ever spend your time on. Hiding behind a screen has only made it easier for people to inflict harm on others without any repercussions. You may feel content and confident in your own skin, but everything seems to crumble the moment haters and manipulators monopolize the conversation under your comment section. Body shaming is not a thing of the past. Most of us are prone to body shaming on social media platforms, a widespread phenomenon of receiving savage feedback when our bodies do not match the unrealistic beauty standard set by the society in today's time. Social media remarkably continue to play a pivotal role in molding the life of adolescents, especially girls and young women. It negatively affects the body image and reinforces the fallacious belief of how we need to look as an individual, where we must predominantly validate and perpetuate it. Body dysmorphic disorders, BDD, and eating disorders are on the rise in both genders as a result of social networking behavior. Teenagers, women, and young girls are constantly and undoubtedly affected by the internalization of body shaming and weight bias in social media platforms, which might in turn lead to a plethora of psychological as well as physical problems. Undoubtedly, a large number of likes, comments, and followers is a great indicator of success and notoriety, but it definitely does not define who you are as a person. Keep in mind that achieving the perfect body is just a pie in the sky. There is absolutely no definite definition of beauty. It could be tan skin, curly hair in January, and in July, it could be straight haired ladies with big brown eyes. Beauty standards are ever changing. Women are always caught in between the evolving beauty standards. They are expected to conform to the constantly changing standards that have been set to high, almost unattainable. The definition of beauty has continued to develop, making room for women of every shape and size, color, and style. We are progressing toward a big tan beauty where everyone is accepted, beautiful, and special in their own ways. Everyone's idealized version can be seen in the magazines, on the billboards, or even on the runway of Paris. People demanded it, protested for it, and utilized social media's bully pulpit to pressure the gatekeepers of beauty to widen the doors. And as a result, we have become more accepting. To sum it all up, I believe that social media has the ability to empower people and disseminate messages of hope and body positivity. However, when in the wrong hands, social media can sometimes have more cons than pros. But society views thinness as the gold standard of beauty. I say that the most liberating thing about beauty is realizing that you are the beholder. Eventually, everybody wants what they do not possess. But at the end of the day, what you have inside is much more beautiful than what's on the outside. Thank you.